Hello, YouTube. This is gonna be my second video of your friendly neighborhood trans girl. I can't believe I didn't stutter over that. So I was talking to some friends and deciding what we're gonna do this weekend. As you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup. Shocker, I know. For those of you who know me, that can be pretty rare. Well, today's video is mostly gonna be about finding yourself, finding positivity in yourself, and loving who you are. This is not gonna be a very long video. I'm still working on basically how YouTube works, figuring out how to make videos load properly, how to make the fancy little things in the front. We'll get there eventually. I am not technologically savvy, as I said in the first video, so it's gonna be a field trip. So as you can see, I'm not wearing makeup. Now, typically I do. I work in the beauty industry. I pride myself in doing whatever it is to help other people find their beauty, what they feel they want to fix about themselves, what they feel that they want to find confidence in who they are. And really all it is helping them see something that the rest of us see. As trans women, we often struggle with that ourselves. I get complimented constantly. I surround myself with a lot of very good people. I surround myself with a lot of very enlightening people. And it's a camaraderie, right? Girls picking other girls up. Now, I am post-op trans. I spent most of my last 10 years doing this journey. I have struggled greatly with my appearance. I have struggled greatly with who I am as a person. And over time have spent evolving that, right? Your journey is that. It's your journey. We each have to go through different steps, different pieces, and everybody's dysphoria is different. Some people don't struggle as much from dysphoria. Some people, it cripples them. For me, my dysphoria was very crippling. It put me in some very dark places on multiples of occasions, but still here, still ticking. So that brings me to my next point. You don't need makeup. You don't need fancy clothes. You don't need anything to be who you are. You don't need other people's inputs. You don't need to do anything that you don't want to do to love who you are. Now, I personally strive to make myself better for myself. I don't do things for other people. Short of my partner, because I love my partner, but that is, again, to the person. I am a firm believer that as far as what I do with my body, I didn't transition for other people. I didn't transition to make my life better for my parents, for my friends. I did it because I needed to be happy, and I knew that I needed to fix what was wrong with me, right? So, gender dysphoria is a very confusing topic, and there's a whole line of videos I can do on it. To put it in layman terms, for those of you that aren't trans, you basically hate yourself because your brain thinks that you are one thing that your sex is not. One of the things we often struggle with in the trans community is understanding that biology and sex are still a thing. They are very much a reason to our dysphoria. Without understanding that there is that biological difference between us and cisgendered women, you're going to find that gender dysphoria really wouldn't play a role there. I was born genetically a male. There were some anomalies to my birth, to my development in the womb, that were, they could go along the lines of being intersex, but not. It's a fine line, right? I was born with a hypospadias. My urethra didn't grow properly. I was born with male genitalia that didn't function as it was supposed to. Those are all different things that are indicative of being intersexed. But the point was, when I visually was male. Where I was going with that is, you need to find you. And I apologize that these videos are all over the place. I am not good at speaking. I told everybody from the beginning these were going to be really raw, really upfront, and just honest. When I started this journey, I really struggled with who I was. I really struggled with, how can I hide being so feminine? And For those of you who know me, oh, I have a little bit of zit right there. Look at that. Of course. But those who know me know that it's never been an easy journey for me. I grew up in a very, very unaccepting environment. I grew up in a world where being who I am is not okay in any stretch of the imagination. And it wasn't until I sought professional guidance at 18 that I learned what was actually wrong with me, right? And then I had a choice to make. It was either succumb to depression or make the journey, do what I needed to do to be happy. And I started the process, and I went through all sorts of different things. And over that time, and relatively recently, I might add, over the last couple of years, I've learned that my happiness isn't based on other people's opinions. You can't find happiness by pleasing other people. You can get superficial enjoyment, but that's not actual happiness. That's you're pleasing somebody else, and that's giving you a little bit of a pop of dopamine. It isn't doing any good. Now, everybody's story is different. Everybody's depression has different causes. For me, it very much was having gender dysphoria. And I will tell you, after surgery, and yeah, I'm going to answer that question, the elephant in the room, I've had everything. I'm done. But the only things I haven't done is facial feminization surgery and vocal surgery. So my natural voice, well, my former voice is still very prevalent. You'll hear me dip down some words. This is a learned voice. There are times that I wish I could change my voice, but for me it was more about visual, right? I didn't want to walk down the street. I didn't want to get clocked. I didn't want to get put into a situation that was going to put me in danger. I used to be a contractor. I did construction for many years, and then I switched over to warehouse work, and then retail, and then as I started to get further my transition, I knew that I wanted to get to the beauty industry. That's how I ended up where I am now. And one of the best things I've learned is you don't need makeup to be happy. You don't need your clothes to be happy. The only thing you need to do is find your inner beauty. Whether you be plus size, small, cisgendered, heterosexual, gay, bi, whatever, trans, whatever, your beauty comes from who you are as a person. We should strive to be the people that we want to be. I can't tell you how beneficial it was to me personally. And now, remember, I'm speaking all from anecdotes. I'm speaking from my behalf. Holding myself at the highest standard, holding myself with integrity and respect for myself and others, but learning to not let people beat me down and not letting it happen has done great for me. It's made me a very strong person. It's made me a much kinder person. But those are all things that go into my inner beauty. Those are things that were always there before. I just was too scared to let them out. I was too scared to let my kindness show forth because my kindness got me hurt sometimes. You're going to find your path, and you're going to find your beauty when you're ready for it. I can't tell you how many clients I have that come in and they're all like, oh my God, my skin is this, and I have terrible feet. More often than not, they don't. It's just that they see something that's not there. And not for being anything other than your body's playing tricks on you. You have this assumption about yourself that you've either been told or you've built over time through lack of confidence that, oh my God, I have terrible feet or I have terrible skin. More often than not, it just needs a little TLC. We're human beings. We're creatures. We just need self-love. So, I'm going to end this video at 10 minutes. I'm going to thank you all for watching this video and give me any feedback. Am I speaking too fast? Am I speaking too slow? Am I not going in enough detail? Next week's video is going to be a little bit more heavy. It's going to be a little bit more I'm going to start going into different trans topics. And next week, we're going to talk about gatekeeping. So, stay tuned. It's probably going to be about a half an hour video. It's a lot of detail, a lot of time, endless research. There's a lot of misconceptions in the topic. There's a lot of disdain for the topic. But I think that it's one that should be broached. Broached? I don't know if that's actually a word. But I'll accept my failure, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me. I'm okay with that. So as always, my name is Shelby. I'm your friendly neighborhood trans girl, and I do apologize for any errors I may have made, but I hope that I may give you a positive message. Bye.